Welcome back to the Love 'em or Lose 'em YouTube channel. I'm Patrick Bailey.
I'm Mark Bailey.
And last week we talked about child support and we mentioned some of the inputs that go into a child support formula. This week, Mark and I decided that we're going to dive into the factors a little bit to give you more insight into what makes these child support figures go up or go down.
Yeah, the child support is a formula that every county in the state of Michigan is supposed to follow. And it primarily deals with incomes of the parties and the number of overnights. There are other factors involved, such as child care and medical insurance and so forth, that all can have an impact on child support. But it's primarily based on overnights. And that's true whether the child is 17 years of age or 1 year, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it, because obviously 17-year-olds have cars and cell phones and all of the other things, and we see more of 50-50 custody, which means that there's less child support ordered. So those are the big factors. What are some of the questions that come up to you, Pat, during your phone call regarding incomes and overnights?
Yeah, so a big topic that we discuss are the difference between overnights and daytime visitation. So if my client has daytime visitation on Tuesdays and Thursdays from after school till 8 p.m., those are not overnights. And so he or she does not get credit for that in the child support formula, even though he might be preparing dinner for the child or taking them to extracurricular activities. The overnights are really what matters. So a big topic that we have is people know overnights matter. So they'll say, well, I want to convert this to a Wednesday to Thursday overnight, or I want Friday to Monday, alternate weekends instead of Friday to Sunday, because they know that matters. And I've tinkered with the formula a little bit. If you go from 60 overnights to 80 overnights in a year, it's not really going to make much difference. But if you start getting up to 120, 130, 140 overnights, you're more of looking at a joint custodial relationship, a lot more obligations of extracurriculars, preparing food, buying clothing, things like that. The formula takes that into consideration and heavily weights that. So people are trying to get to that number of 130, 140 overnights, and it's almost like putting a price tag on your kid, and you try to formulate the argument in a different way because you don't want to put price tags on kids. But most people that come and see us or call know that overnights equal money.
Yeah, and it's not always about money, but you have to wonder sometimes if one parent is saying, I don't mind that the child or children go to the other parent 2 days a week from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. But you got to wonder, geez, is that motivated for the best interest of the children, or is that motivated because that person that is doesn't have the overnights is going to receive less support if they award the overnights? The opposite is argued too. That person only wants overnights because they want to pay less child support. So that's a constant battle that we deal with. But here's one question that I sometimes struggle with. Why would you want a child to go from one parent to the other and keep parenting time from 4 to 8, for example, get them dressed, get them out, and we know in Michigan we have winter about 9 months of the year, getting them out, driving in potentially bad weather, just to go to the other parent to go to bed? I don't think that makes a lot of sense. I'm not a big fan of the 4 to 8. I'm a big fan of spending as much time as possible, but I'm not a big fan of the midweek parenting time where there's a back and forth. I think a parent should be able to get homework done, and assuming their work schedule allows them to get the child up in the morning and off to school, I would definitely go for the overnights. Not because it's more support or less support. Support should not be the thing that drives the best interests of your children.
Thanks for checking in this week. That's our take on the inputs of the child support formula, and check back next week. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons.
Have a good weekend. Take care.